Hello, everybody. I'm Lucas Stackman. With me in the booth here is Colin Lambert. We welcome you to tonight's broadcast of Mount St. Mary College women's soccer on a rainy night here at Kaplan Field. Colin, what are we looking for in tonight's game?
We are looking for the Mount to pick up their third win of the season here. They currently sit at a record of 2-5-1, and SUNY Purchase comes into this game with a record of 3-6.
The good guys roll out the starting lineup of Maria Baldwin, Alexa Kentrone, Grace Mora, Adriana Williams, Victoria Maffetone, Darla Petrica, Faith Welsh, Lily Tanko, Riley Tondini, Kaylin Green, and Christina Kakavas is your netminder for tonight's matchup. For the opponents, SUNY Purchase, Eliza Colin, Emily Jerome, Rebecca Quick, Bailey Carlone, Sophia Franklin, Alina Vasquez, Angela Holness, Maggie Obman, Lindita Salmani, and in net, Carolyn Hugh.
Head coach for your Knights is Christopher Lynn in his 8th season. His assistant is Liz Casado. For SUNY Purchase, they're head coached by Nick Malvea, and his assistant is James Oates.
And I'll tell you what, Colin, these women are better than I am for playing in this kind of weather.
Definitely.
Both teams huddled on their respective end of the field, to the referee waiting at midfield. We are about ready for soccer. And the Knights are the first to break the huddle. And we are still waiting for Purchase to break the huddle, but then again, we are just about ready for soccer. Go number 10, Rebecca Quick, set to kick it away, and we are ready to get started after much deliberation from both sides. The whistle, and here we go. Sends it out to Franklin onto the corner. Franklin back to the neckbinder, Carolyn Howe. Howe in light blue. Sends it upfield. And somebody's car needs a serious checkup. And alone, fires, hits a woman in front, outside, out of play. And this one headed to the corner now for the Knights. Quarter kick comes flying in. See a body's up front. Shot. Centering pass won't go. Tanko sends it back towards the middle. Nothing doing. Number 25 fires. What a save. Carolyn Howe turns aside the early shot attempt from the freshman Kaylin Green, and we stay tied 0-0. That ball headed out to the corner again. Set to kick it in will be number 10, Victoria Maffetone. Solid opportunity out in front here early, Colin.
Yes. And Carolyn Howe, the goalie for Purchase, having a great season. That's her 64th save.
Maffetone sent it towards the middle. That one just wide, cleared. Still on the Knights side of the field, but out of the goalie box and ultimately out of bounds. It'll stick with the Knights, though. Ball tossed in, and we are not skipping a beat here. Little pump fake action. Ball thrown straight down. Sent back towards the box. One-on-one. Maffetone in. Howe wraps it up. And finally, the Panthers are able to get it out after a couple early chances here from Mount St. Mary. Howe sends it away. Fielded by Salmani. Salmani loses it. Maffetone receives the pass from number 4, Alexis Centrone. Kaylin Green now working it back towards midfield. Sends it upfield along the Knights sideline. Moving in, gets around the defense. Moving in, works in towards the goalie box. Centering pass, turned aside. Still can't get it out. Purchase wraps it up and sends it the other way.
A nice defensive play by Purchase.
The Knights spending a lot of time in the purchase zone in the early minutes of this one. See if they can get one across here. That one again towards the box and again sent away and again finds its way back into the box. Centrone sends it back towards the middle, and the Panthers still struggling to get it out. That one is out of bounds. Awaiting the ref's signal, it'll stick with the Knights.
And this has been unlike what we've seen so far from Mount St. Mary's shots on goal this season. They've only averaged 8.2 shots on goal.
Pass intended for number 21. Lily Tanko heads out of bounds, and the Panthers will get another try to send it back towards their end of the field.
Mount St. Mary looking great on offense to start off.
Howe sends it out to her left. And that one, it's going to be hawked down by Green again. We've said her name a whole lot here in the early start. That one sends it back towards the Knight, and nobody home. That one is kept in play, sent back towards the middle for Tanko. No, somebody got a foot on it. Out of play, off the roof, and it will stick with the Knights.
And you mentioned Kaylin Green before. She actually leads Mount St. Mary in goals currently with 3.
And the freshman Massachusetts product making her presence felt early on tonight. Again on the corner kick, Victoria Maffatone. Maffatone sent it towards the middle. Number 20 gets a head on it. That one just high. That was number 20, Faith Welsh. Good centering pass, good header. That ball just went a little over the net. Carolyn Howe again to kick it away. And the first 4 minutes of this one have been all Knights. Up towards the scorer's booth. And again, the Knights have it in their possession. That one sent towards the middle. Tanko tries to hunt it down, set the other direction, out of bounds, and again sticks with the Knights. Tossing this one in will be number 11, Caitlin Hansen. For those of you at home keeping score, Caitlin Hansen normally wears 28, but is wearing 11 tonight. And the Panthers maintain control of it, a rarity tonight so far. And there's Kaylin Green again, sending it back inside. Header set the other way. Purchase. Scramble for it. Kaylin Green leaves it behind for her teammate number 3, Maria Baldwin. Turned over. And the Panthers are going to push it the other way for the first time tonight. That one sent upfield. Nobody home. Hunted down by Green. Green waits, sends one upfield. Just out of reach, and Lily Tanko can't quite knock it down. That one sent into the seats, Souvenir, and it'll stick with the Knights. Ball tossed in. Rain coming down a little harder now. Collision out in front, ball heads out of play, and again, it'll stick with the Knights. The Knights 3 corner kicks, 1 shot on goal, and purchase donuts in both categories. Howe sends it upfield, or awaits to send it upfield. So, Colin, 6 minutes in, what have you seen so far?
Pretty good offensive display from Mount St. Mary. They've only came into this game with 28 corner kicks so far. So it's good to see that they've already had 3 in the first 6 minutes here.
We're a 7th of the way there. Maffatone upfield. Maffatone works its way in, loses control. It was a 1-on-3, not much you can do against that. Sends it upfield. That one into the scorer's table and out of play. Ball tossed in, just out of reach of Maffatone. Maffatone kicks it to nobody in particular, and the Panthers retain control. Inside pass there, Tanko in alone, fires, turned aside, gets it back, fires and scores.
That goal scored by Lily Tanko. That's her 3rd goal of the season.
Tanko turned aside on the first try, ball ends up her way, walks it in alone, knocks it home. Chelsea Dagger is playing, and the Knights are up 1-0. And Colin, after the start the Knights have had, you've kind of got the feeling it was only a matter of time before they knocked one home.
Yeah, definitely. The first 7 minutes here have just all been the ball in the Mount's offensive half side of the field.
the Panthers now for a rare moment of peace where they have the ball. That one quickly squandered. And it'll, again, head in the Knights' direction.
Purchase has got to look better on offense here if they want a chance at this.
Ball thrown in. Ref waves a flag, stoppage somewhere, and it'll stick with the Knights. Yeah, us up here in the broadcast booth have the same amount of offensive statistics as the Panthers do so far. And again, the Knights are rolling. So to Colin's point, something has to change here if we want a competitive soccer game. That one, they trade headers. Tanko, the goal scorer, wraps it up and leaves it for Riley Tondini. Tondini towards the middle of the field. Tondini alone loses the ball. That one, again, headed for the scores table, out of play, but it'll stick with Mount St. Mary.
Nice defensive play by Purchase.
Ball tossed in. Sent towards the middle of the field. Tanko again. That ball intercepted, deflected, however you want to put it. And the Panthers pushing it up the other way. Riley Green knocks it down, sends it back towards the Knights' direction.
And that might have been the first time the ball has gone into the Mounts' defensive half.
Here's a ball sent upfield, and two Knights are there. Alexis Centrone knocks it down. Centrone back there with what appears to be number 3, Maria Baldwin. Centrone to Baldwin. Baldwin leaves it for Green. Green pushing it upfield slowly and surely. Gets it to the far side. Ball finds toward the middle. Nice pass into Tanko. Tanko leaves it behind. Tanko across to Mafatone. Mafatone loses control, and the Panthers have it. Panthers up ahead. Can they stay onside? Yes, they can. It is number 10, Rebecca Quick. Quickly guarded by Alexa Baldwin. Shot into the parking lot, and it stays 1-0. First real opportunity for the Panthers here tonight. Rebecca Quick breaks through the defense. Was quickly guarded by Maria Baldwin. Gets it. Nice centering pass. Just shot a little too far, a little too high. So nothing comes of it.
This is the best I've seen the Knights look so far to open up a game, as they've come into this game only averaging about 2 goals per game so far on this season.
Christina Kakavis sends it upfield. First time we've seen her name tonight. Centrone now. Tosses it in for Welsh. Oh! Little chin music there from Mafatone. Mafatone walks it off. And it's going to stay with the Panthers because, unfortunately, it hit Mafatone in the face. Ball tossed up ahead. Oh, pass works its way through, sent out of play, and up near the booth.
This has been the best offensive chance here for SUNY Purchase.
Purchase, can something come of it? They have the ball in the zone for the longest period of time they have today. Centrone works her way in on defense. The Panthers retain possession, but the Knights are forcing them back towards midfield. Centrone again. Pass up ahead, it's Quick, in alone. She stays on side, sends it towards the middle, and it's wrapped up by the goalie. Christina Kakavis knocks it down, and I believe that will go down as the Panthers' first shot on goal.
Kakavis coming into this game with 42 saves on the season, so she's also having a great start to the year as well.
And Quick, just like we were just talking about, got in alone, got a good shot off. That one was on target, just right at the goalie. So again, the Panthers are starting to find their groove a little bit here. That one sent towards the middle, behind Tanko. And that one out of play. And it'll stick with Mount St. Mary. We have a throw-in here for our sideline. Just high, shooting for Gracie Mora, and that one ends up out of bounds, and we'll do this whole thing again. Take 2. Stays down, stays with the Knights. That one sent towards the middle.
High.
Mafatone gets in. Howe gets a hand on it, knocks it away. Mafatone jumped over that one, sent back towards the middle, off a Panther, and it'll stay with the Knights.
Another great offensive opportunity here for the Knights.
Solid centering pass. Mafatone jumped with Howe. Howe got her hand in there, sent it back towards the middle, and went back out of play, and the Knights, again, great offensive chance. Let's see how this corner kick turns out.
The Mount already with 4 corner kicks in this
That
game.
one, low pass, easily deflected, but it'll ends up back towards the corner. Fires that one towards the middle. That one hit a Panther out in front. And it'll end up out of play, and per the referee, it'll stick with the Knights.
Once again, another corner kick opportunity here for the Knights.
That's 5. At this rate, we'll match the season total of 28. This one, another low one, sent towards the middle. The weather definitely playing a factor in tonight's matchup. Hit out in front. No whistle. That ball stayed in the late whistle from the refs. And we have a stoppage. A collision in the box. Ball found its way towards the sideline behind the net. No whistle. And then we have one. Carolyn Howe set to kick it away, the junior goalkeeper from Plain Edge, New York. You can definitely tell the kind of impact the weather is having on this game. That one, we have a whistle, and it'll stick with the Panthers' direction. But, you know, the ball's staying low. You know, the goalie kicks are just short of midfield, which is pretty uncharacteristic. But the rain here has not stopped since kickoff. And alone, they can't stay onside, and that could have been a solid opportunity for the Panthers had they pulled it off.
Both teams definitely changing their game plans here due to the weather.
Baldwin works it upfield. Baldwin uncontested, sent it towards the middle. Intended for Tanko. Can't quite get there. Solid contact towards the middle of the field. The Knights playing physical soccer so far. Welsh trying to shake the defender. Does. Sends it back towards the middle. Solid pass picked off. And here's a good pass. And can the Panthers make something of this? They head. It's quick. They stay onside, but the ball travels too fast. Ground ball fielded by Kakavis, and nothing comes to pass.
Nice defensive possession there for the Knights.
Again, quick. For the third time today, just finds her way open upfield. The Panthers just have to find a way to get it to her. As Maffetone pushes it upfield.
This looks like a good cross opportunity for the Knights.
Maffetone works it to the sideline. Welsh got a foot on it, sends it out. Tanko playing a little bit of defense there. Pokes it away, and this one's coming with the Panthers. 15 minutes in, the Knights up 1-0. 5 corner kicks, 2 shots on goal, so we are shooting with a 50% success rate. That one will stick with the Panthers.
Purchase still unable to get a shot on goal.
For those of you just joining us, the Panthers have found their groove in the past maybe 5 minutes or so. But still a struggle, it seems. And again, the weather really has an effect on the game plan. Not everyone being a little more cautious with the ball. As Maffetone, centering pass, got a foot on it. That one will be in the Panthers' end. Rebecca Quick, again, in alone, quickly wrapped up by Green. Quick gets a foot on it. Green, good defense. No whistle. Quick, a little shaken up. And alone, that's number 23, Lindita Salmini. Salmini works it towards the outside of the box, fires it. Somebody got a head on it out front. Worked back towards midfield. Salmini again.
Nice defensive play by Angelica Sanchez there.
And that one ends up out of bounds. It'll stick with the Panthers, but the Knights do a good job. A hasty defensive effort pays off. Quick again, smothered by Green. Green gets a screen, leaves it up for Welsh. Welsh keeps it in play. Welsh at midfield. Leaves it for Green. Tanko wide open in the box. Hard pass to get to her. Working it towards the net now is number 11, Caitlin Hansen.
And that pass is intercepted by SUNY Purchase. They now take over.
Purchase pushing it back up the other way. And it's quick again. That one knocked out of bounds. It'll stick with the Panthers. But every time Purchase has a chance on the offensive end, we have said Rebecca Quick's name. That one thrown towards the middle of the field. Still very much in the Panthers' own end. Not even anymore. That one sent back, intercepted by a Panther, and we are playing ping pong. That one out of play, but it'll stick with the Panthers. Still donuts in the offensive categories here for Purchase. And that one, Green, uses her head, sends it right back where it came from. That one thrown in, take two. Sent towards the far sideline. That one will stay inbounds, but it trickles back towards the Knights' end of midfield. And that one sent all the way back for a waiting Carolyn Howe. Howe sends it up the sideline for Sophia Franklin, and the Panthers hit the reset button and are going to try and get something set up.
And like you mentioned before, both teams taking a very cautious approach with the ball here due to this inclement weather.
The far sideline works its way into the box. Runs into a sea of Panthers. That one's sent back out of the box, and again, it'll stick with the Knights. And so the Knights have set up a homestead in the Purchase goalie box. They've been pestering the whole game, a lot of corner kicks. They have won, but the way this is going, I would not be surprised if they got another one very soon. Mora sends it out of play. It'll stick with the Knights. I believe it was deflected out of bounds.
And the Knights will get their 6th corner kick so far of the game.
We're fast approaching 28, folks. Sixth corner kick on its way in. Nobody home. Tanko gets a foot on it. Tanko stumbles a little bit. That one kept in by number 3, Maria Baldwin. Baldwin sends one towards the net just wide. That was a missile. Carolyn Howe now set to kick it away.
No surprise to see Maria Baldwin with a shot on goal. She's top 5 on the team in shots on goal.
Howe's pass can't stick with the Panthers. That one sent back towards the middle. And alone, Mafatone. Mafatone sends it back towards the middle. Shot attempt blocked. Solid centering pass. That one wide. Mafatone, nice centering pass to Faith Welsh. Just a defender right in front. Got the shot off, but got it deflected before it could pose any harm.
And that's what Purchase needed. They needed a good defensive possession there.
And hopefully they can turn some defense into offense here, as this Knights offense is rolling. And again, through the first 20 minutes of tonight, it has been all Mount St. Mary. Centrone now. That one towards the sideline. Centrone now. Fairly uncontested. Centrone to Mafatone. Mafatone up the sideline. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll stick with Mount St. Mary. Mafatone set to throw it in. Fires out towards the end line. That one knocked out of bounds. No, it'll stay in. Mafatone towards the middle. Oh, good centering pass there. Darla Petricka couldn't quite handle it. And the Panthers come in an even rush. Baldwin quickly hawks it down and exterminates any threat.
Nice defensive play there by Kaylin Green.
And I'll tell you what, Colin, Green has been everywhere tonight on both ends of the ball. Fight for it out midfield. The Knights come away with it. Welsh pushing it up.
Now St. Mary once again with another offensive opportunity.
Welsh for Tanko. Welsh falls. No whistle. Somebody in the box falls. And still no whistle. That shot sent out of play. Welsh a little shaken up. We have a stoppage. And this Knights offense, again, has just had their way tonight. Purchase is lucky they've been limited to one. Carolyn House put together a solid game, and the defense in the box has tightened up since the first 5 minutes. But the Panthers need more time with the ball. That one looks like it hit someone's hand, and it's going back the other way. Free kick now. Sent away. And this could be a chance. Salmini runs it down. Pass a little too far ahead. That one off a Knight. It'll stick with Purchase. But Quick and number 23, Landita Salmini, have been around. And any time the ball, breaks through the defense, they've been there. That pass just a little too far ahead, but had that been a little closer, that could have been some serious trouble. And that is a trend in the right direction for Purchase, who are now getting their first corner kick of the night. That one sent to nobody in particular.
And Mount St. Mary able to take over now.
Tanko for Welch.
Nice
Maffatone now. And this is a good leading pass. Maffatone fires that one just high. And so the Knights and the Panthers trade fast breaks, and we stay 1-1. Might want to get that looked at, buddy. Howe sends it towards midfield. And there's Green again. Green just out of the reach of Maffatone. Out of play. Purchase now. Fast-moving offense. Thanks to the scorer's table, I can't quite see where the ball is. Okay, there it is. Purchase is looking to set something, anything up, as Welsh gets a foot on it, sends it return to sender. They'll try again. Oh, and again, Salmini. Bit of a fast break. Salmini has Quick towards the middle. Good deflection there from Green. Knocks it away. Salmini and Centrone collide. That one sends all the way back. Can the Panthers stay onside? It's huge if they do. They do. And that one knocked away by Caitlin Hansen. Again, any fast break opportunity the Panthers have had, the Knights have been quick to shut it down.
Purchase here with their second corner kick of the game now. Hopefully their first shot on goal attempt as well.
And if this one is anywhere near the middle, anything can happen. That one's sent towards the middle. Diving stop from Kakavis. The Knights can't corral it, so it'll stay with Purchase. And again, Green sends it upfield. Green for Welsh. And the Knights have numbers at the very front. Coast to coast now. In towards the middle, just wide. A solid coast-to-coast effort from number 6, Grace Mora, ends with a shot just wide of the net. Like a hot knife through butter, I'll tell you that. Sent back towards midfield. And again, the Knights keep it in their own end. That one just out of reach. Hansen now. Hansen towards the sideline. Kicks it out of play. And it'll stick with the Knights. The Knights backfield looking to set something up. Green. Nobody home. Out of play. Throw it now coming for Purchase. Sends that one upfield. And again, Purchase can't come up with it. And there's a whistle. Free kick now for the Knights. Can they turn this into something? And who else but Kaylin Green taking this kick? Green fires towards the middle. Mora bodies it up. Mora fires towards the net. That one is in! Just like that, it's 2-0. And the Knights capitalize on the free kick. 2-0.
What a goal by Grace Mora. It's actually her first goal of the season.
Mora's first goal of the season comes moments after a solid offensive effort from one end to the other, ended just short. Gets the free kick from Green, knocks it home, and the Knights have a 2-0 cushion.
We've been talking about it this whole game. The Knights have been very good on offense, and it's good to see them get their second goal here.
And the Knights are rolling. Again, we were talking about it. If Purchase hasn't been able, the Knights have been able to turn their defense into offense, and Purchase hasn't been able to turn their offense into offense, and it's still 2-0. Quickly wrapped up by Kakavas. Kakavas sends it away. Nobody home. Mora gets a head on it. That one sent towards the sideline, and it will be kept in play by Maria Baldwin. Stick with the Knights. Baldwin gives it up to Centrone. Centrone to throw it in. Centrone up the sideline for Welsh. Welsh gets around the defender. Welsh now working it up the near sideline.
Knights here with a good cross opportunity.
That one knocked out towards the end line. It'll stick with the Knights. Maffetone to the corner. And that'll be corner kick number 7. Maffetone lets it fly. That one just missed any Knights. Kicked out of the box, but it will stay with Mount St. Mary. As Centrone gets a foot on it. Centrone tries to keep it in. Centrone to Maffetone. Hits someone in front. Doesn't find its way inside. And Perch is able to eliminate the threat, at least for now. That one kicked out of play. And 2 subs coming on for the Knights. We have number 17, Emma Mahali, and number 16, Deliciana Nacarado.
Purchase has got to do a better job here of limiting this dominant offense so far for the Knights.
The Knights are rolling. And the Purchase has been getting their offense going a little better than they had before the start of the game, or before. Now that my common sense has come back, Purchase's offense has looked a lot better than it had at the start of the game, but still, the Knights have been able to turn their defense into offense, and it's 2-0. And again, the Knights keeping it in their own end, doing a good job of getting inside the box and putting pressure on Carolyn Howe. Baldwin intercepts it at midfield, and the Knights just having their way with it. Kaylin Green keeps it on the Knights side of midfield. Good crossfield pass. Maffetone can't quite come up with it. Hansen now. Hansen uncontested, gets a foot on it. That one is out of play. I believe it is Purchase on the throw-in here. No, it is Purchase, yes. If it weren't for that light pole, I could see. One set back towards midfield, and a Knight quickly there to wrap it up. It's Maria Baldwin.
Purchase now looking to take over.
Green in pursuit. Green elects to let it go out of bounds, and the Knights hang on to it. Hansen tosses it in. That one kept alive. Still in play. Purchase working it along the sideline closest to us. And the Knights dominating this time of possession. That ball kicks up. Catches Baldwin on the face. Ball heads it towards the middle. Nothing comes of it, but the Knights here putting the pressure on. Can they get one more before the half? Maffetone sent it towards the middle. Tanko can't quite come up with it. Tanko hawks it down. Tanko to Nakarado. Nakarado now sends one. Slips. And there's the weather for you. The rain actually has cleared up, but surely the field is still a little bit slick.
And we have a substitution here for Purchase. It'll be number 25, Sage Navarra.
How to send it away. 12 minutes and counting down. That one booted towards midfield. Welsh sends it away. Green now pushing it upfield in the Knights' favor. Green now. Green to the sideline. Green to Mora. Mora tries to get away in. Does. Nobody home to help something come up of it. Welsh puts it the pressure on. That one towards the far sideline. And Riley and Green is there.
Nice defensive effort there from Purchase.
That's Kalen Green. Riley Green plays for the Detroit Tigers. Goodness. Kalen Green now. Green towards midfield. Green sends it up. Welsh can't handle it. Mora can't handle it, sorry. And that one will head the Panthers' direction. Out of play again. And the Panthers, these last two balls have gone out of bounds, have gone their way, and they need to get something going before the break. Because right now the Knights have all the momentum. 7 corner kicks, 4 shots on goal, and a 2-0 lead. That one towards the net. Kakavas elects to let it go out of bounds. Knights ball.
Kakavas will kick it from her own goal.
Kakavas.
Substitution here for Mount St. Mary. It'll be number 17, Emma Mahal.
Kakavas from her own end. Do you think this guy behind us lands this parallel parking job? Ladies and gentlemen, this car behind us is struggling to get this parking spot down as the Panthers lose control of the ball. Green knocks it in. Green now to number 22, Rosalia Fernino. Fernino to Baldwin. We have a stoppage, and it'll be going the Panthers' direction.
And with 10 minutes to go here, the Knights still looking great. 2-0 lead.
And it's a mistake we see all too often. The 2-goal lead is often the most dangerous lead in sports. The last thing the Knights need now is to take their foot off the gas because you already know Purchase, at their first chance, are going to capitalize any way they can. So it's number 5, Kellyanne Moran, getting involved. Upfield for Baldwin. Baldwin in pursuit. That one's sent out of play.
And a nice defensive play there for Purchase to stop the offensive momentum of the Knights.
And another throw-in the Knights' opponent's end. That one sent towards the middle. Nobody home. Mahali towards the net. Can of corn for Howe. Still 2-0.
Nice save by Carolyn Howe for SUNY Purchase.
Howe, despite the onslaught of Knights' attacks, Howe has played well. 5 shots on goal, stopped 3 of them, 7 corner kicks, and we have a stoppage. Free kick now for Purchase. Sends it away towards the net. Another solid pass, but nobody there to receive it. And the Purchase Panthers have had a few of those tonight.
Another substitution here for SUNY Purchase. It'll be number 12, Mara Lewis.
Kakavas from her own end. Eight minutes counting down. Kakavas is going to leave it short. That one up towards midfield. That one's going to stay in play. Mora now working the ball upfield. Mora centering pass denied. And again, the ball kept in the Knights' own end. Nakarado has it, sends it up towards Mahali.
Can the Knights expand their lead here going into the second half?
That one ends up out of play, and it'll be the Knights' 8th corner kick. And we're 20 away from 28, which would match the Knights' season total coming into tonight.
Another substitution here for the Knights.
We
It's
have
number 18, Isabella Williams.
fantastic. Corner kick now. Sea of bodies towards the middle of the goalie box, and they take the easy way out, leaves it for Welsh up the sideline. Welsh towards the net. Ooh. Maria Baldwin gets a head on it, shoots it just outside of the net, stays 2-zip.
Another substitution for the Knights. It'll be Angelica Sanchez coming back into the game.
The Knights up 2-0. 6.5 minutes counting down. Couple of reserves, but no matter who the Knights put on the field, they've stayed in control. The Knights in the Panthers' end. Mahali now. Mahali, good pass. Ahead to number 15, Angelina Robinson. That one will stay with the Knights. And the rain has come back, so we'll see if that has any more effect on the game than it already has. Throw in. Quickly rejected. It'll stay with the Knights, and we'll try it again. Nakarado now. Welsh works her way towards the end line. Fires one. Good pass out in front. Angelica Sanchez unable to knock it home, but a solid centering pass. Howe sends it upfield. Mahali sends it back. Kellyanne Moran now to field it. Moran closer to the Knights, closer to the Panthers' goal.
The Knights with the ball still in their own offensive half.
Fernino along the end line. That one will stay in play. And then that one is kicked by Purchase out of play. And so the Knights have taken care of business in the Panthers' end, and the Panthers have no urgency to try and get it out of their own end. And the Knights, so far, have made them pay for it. Sanchez towards the corner. That one sent back towards the middle. We have a stoppage. And it will stick with Purchase. Howe towards the middle. Sanchez gets involved. Maybe got a foot on the pass. Mahali playing some solid defense. Nakarado now. Nakarado back towards midfield and is going to kick it across midfield to Kellyanne Moran. The Knights down their own end. Moran to the sideline. Fernino. Purchase. Can they get one last breath of life before the half? Moran flies in. Moran to the center circle, intercepted. Purchase is number 8, Emily Garone. Nakarado now to Mahali. Mahali.
Good opportunity here for the Knights.
Robinson fires towards the middle, catches a deflection. Howe down on all fours, shaken up. Howe gets up, nothing comes to pass. But there's a collision in the net between Howe and number 2, Angelina Sanchez. Howe still a little shaken up, and the Knights still in Purchase's end. Nakarado now. Nakarado towards the middle. It's Sanchez blocked. Second chance. Howe gets a foot on it. It's still out in front. And Purchase sent quickly towards the sideline. Solid opportunity. Sanchez and Howe again meet in the middle. Howe lays out, blocks it, but can't corral it. Stays loose, and Purchase is able to squander that one. Solid effort there from the Panthers. That one rocketed towards the middle. Howe volleys it up, wrong sport. And out of the box. Still 2-0. And Carolyn Howe has put together a fantastic effort in this past minute of action. Mahali now, the Knights won't go away. Still in the box, Mahali gets a foot on it, but again, the Knights dominating Purchase's end right now. 2 minutes to play. Can they get one more? Sent towards the middle, hits a Purchase player, stays up, headed out. Isabella Williams and the Purchase defense play catch. Can't corral it in front. And knocked out of play.
Nice defensive play from Purchase, bailing out their goalkeeper.
And again, this is where the weather comes into play. It would be a can of corn, but with that, the ball is slippery. Howe can't corral it, and it's another Knights chance. Thankfully, for Purchase, nothing comes of it. And the Knights just dominating the Panthers and Purchase's own end. That one towards the middle, quickly sent away. Still can't get it out. Nakarado now. Nakarado playing some perfect defense. Nakarado for Moran. Moran blocked. Back to Moran. Moran tries to work her way around. Leaves it inside. Nobody home. That one kicked out by a Panther. And it'll stick with the Knights. Last minute of action here. Will we see one more goal? That one's sent towards midfield. Sanchez gets a head on it. Sanchez for Nakarado. Nakarado back to Sanchez. Sanchez out towards the Knights' own end for Nino now.
The Knights taking a slow, methodical pace here in this last minute.
40 seconds, and they've been in control for 45 minutes. There's no need to force anything here. Sanchez sends it towards the middle. Nakarado now. Nakarado. Mahali fires wide.
A nice shot on goal there from the Knights.
And it's, minute left. You've been in control the whole game. Set up your offense. Solid effort there. Shot just wide. 10 seconds now. Carolyn Howe sends it towards midfield. This will likely take us into the break. Ladies and gentlemen, that's halftime. The Mount St. Mary Knights have dominated offensively. 7 corner kicks, 5 shots on goal, and will carry a 2-0 lead into the second half. And we're back. Hello, everybody. I'm Lucas Stackpole. Again, with me in the booth is Colin Lambert. Your Mount St. Mary Knights are up 2-0, and we are ready to begin play the second half. In case you're just now joining us, the Knights steamrolled the first half, dominated every offensive category, and left the first half with a 2-0 lead. The Panthers look to right the ship, and the Knights look to keep their foot on the gas. Looks like the Knights are rolling out the starting 11 that closed out the first half. And honestly, Colin, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Definitely agree. The Knights dominated in that first half. The Knights had 19 total shots, 5 of them being on goal in that first half, to SUNY Purchase's 2 total shots.
And Colin, it looks like the Purchase Panthers are going to make a change at goal here. Number 1, Carolyn Howe is out, and 00 Jill Cregan is in the game for Purchase.
We'll see if that'll have any impact on Purchase in the second half.
To be completely honest with you, I thought Howe played well. The Knights got a lot of chances, but that's really nothing the goalkeeper can do.
Howe came into the season with over 60 saves, so it is shocking to see her being pulled.
2 goals on 5 shots for the Knights, so we'll see if the bold strategy caught, and let's see if it pays off for them. Miranda Mahali, and the second half is underway. That one out of play. No signal yet. It'll go to the Panthers. And keeping the theme from the first half, the Knights have the ball in Purchase's own end. Purchase does a good job getting it out a lot sooner than they did in the first half. Baldwin leaves it behind for Kakavis. Kakavis to Green. Green across midfield. Fairly uncontested. Green now. Back behind midfield to Baldwin. Baldwin, ball stays behind midfield to Welsh. Welsh with it now. Welsh surveying. Welsh sends one towards the middle. A warning shot of sorts. Nobody home. Cregan wraps it up easily. Cregan now past midfield. Rebecca Quick there. Rebecca Quick gets a foot on it. Can't corral it. Corrals it now. Green slide tackle. The ref takes notice, but there's no stoppage. That one now towards the other end. Robinson now to the sideline. Out of bounds at the end line. And it'll stay with the Knights, and we will have There it is. We have the 8th corner kick of the night. And again, for those keeping track at home, 28 on the season for the Knights, 8 tonight. So 20 more, and we're making history. That one, solid pass towards the middle, just over the net, out of play. Nothing comes of it. Cregan again set to kick it off, and so far, 2 minutes into the half, Colin, the Knights are picking up right where they left off.
Yeah, definitely. Purchase has got to make a change.
Again, the ball in the Panthers' end. The Knights just dominating. Welsh now, 2-on-1. Welsh, good move. Welsh towards the far sideline. Uncontested will send that towards the middle. Hits a Panther and out of danger. Mahali now back into danger. That ball, again, back out of danger. The two teams playing ping pong early. Rebecca Quick near midfield. We've said her name a whole bunch tonight. That one headed towards the sideline and out of play. 3 minutes in, nothing shaken. Welsh to throw it in for the Knights. Welsh towards the middle of the field. It's Moran. Moran gets a head on it, but can't quite corral it. The Panthers take control. Quick boots it out of bounds, and the Panthers, can they turn something into something here? It's been a struggle for them, but who knows? Maybe the break was exactly what the Panthers needed. That ball thrown in. And quickly intercepted. Old habits die hard. Nacarado to Green. Green, good move. Good pass to Williams up ahead. Nobody home. Robinson got a foot on it. Can't quite corral that one. Kept in play. Nacarado now. Can the Knights set something up? Nacarado on the outside of the box. Nacarado still guarded one-on-one. Gives it up, but Green there. Head on it, keeps it in play. Emma Mahali now, number 17. Mahali towards the box. Panther gets a head on it. Fernino now sends one to the outside of the cage. Nothing doing.
Nice defensive possession there for Purchase.
And can Purchase turn that defense into some offense? The rain has gone away as Green gets a hand in there. Green now. Green to Robinson. Robinson centering pass just behind Kellyanne Moran. We have a stoppage, and it'll head in the Panthers' direction.
This could be the opportunity that Purchase needs to score here.
Technical difficulties. Thank you, Colin, for this wonderful microphone. As Moran works its way into the box, and that one out of play. It'll stick with the Knights. Is this thing on? Okay, Mom, can you hear me? All right, we're good. That one out of the corner. And after the mic fiasco, nothing happened. The Knights take control of the ball. It'll be a throw in near the corner. That one out of play. Now towards the sideline. Moran now. Moran with it. Moran towards the middle. Sanchez knocks it out of play. 38 minutes and 45 seconds and counting down. Quickly intercepted. And the Knights have just had the Panthers in a chokehold the whole game on both sides of the ball.
Purchase has really not done anything offensively. That has to change right now.
That one will go in the Panthers' direction. And it's like climbing up slippery stairs. I mean, the Panthers haven't looked terrible, but they can't just get one foot in front of the other. It always ends up back to square one. It's been a solid effort so far, but the Knights have just been in complete control. Rebecca Quick now. Quick. We have a stoppage. And that Panthers opportunity quickly squandered. Green now in the center circle, sends it up ahead. Nacarado gets a foot on it, fairly uncontested. Nacarado to the sideline, to the end line, out of play. Cregan set to kick it away. 8 minutes into the half. No shots on goal for either side. Panthers retained possession, but they're in their own end. Mahali knocks it away. Robinson now works it towards the sideline. Robinson, that one poked away at the end line, out of play. It'll stick with the Knights. And we have a throw-in near the corner. Green to toss it in. Does so successfully. Nacarado bodies it to Robinson. Robinson Fly ball for Cregan. Wraps it up. Nothing doing. Welsh wraps it up. And ball security for the Panthers has just not been there tonight, and it has really cost them, Colin.
Yeah, Purchase has not really had any sufficient offensive possessions in this game so far.
The Knights have just been either taking their lunch money or forcing the ball out of bounds. The Knights have just played bully ball tonight, and it's worked fantastic. Mahali, top of the box. The Knights looking to set something up. That one out of play. No signal yet from the referee. And it'll be Purchase ball. 10 minutes now into the second half of action. The rain has stopped, but the field is still slick. And no doubt that has an effect on the players. Free kick now. Line drive up the middle. And Nacarado of the Knights comes down with it. Nacarado now number 16, working her way towards the middle. Stays outside and leaves it for Robinson on the outside.
This could be a cross opportunity here for the Knights.
Robinson's centering pass doesn't get much traction, but Green wraps it up, and can they do something here? Green towards the net. Centering pass, nobody home. The Panthers now have to get it out. They maintain possession, but can get it out? And they can't. Green now. The Knights are going to try it again. Green and alone. Defensive communication there from Purchase. Fires towards the net. Williams, soft shot, leaves it wide.
Good opportunity there for the Knights to take a 3-0 lead and really bolster that lead, but unsuccessful.
And they let Green go right down Broadway. No doubt a defensive miscommunication that could have been dangerous, but nothing comes of it.
Ball is being fought for.
That one booted towards midfield, and like clockwork, the Knights come away with it. Nacarado now. Nacarado sets something up. She's been facilitating a lot of the offensive possessions. Moran just high.
Another great offensive opportunity for the Knights, thwarted.
And the game plan so far, number 16, Basiliana Nacarado, has been getting the ball, taking it to the top of the box, and facilitating the offense. And they've gotten some shots off, none of them particularly on target, but they're making their presence felt. And against a Purchase team that really hasn't fought back much, it's only a matter of time before they get one more. Mahali leaves it up the sideline for Welsh. Welsh back towards the box. Green now. Green fights for it. Green takes control. Elects not to pursue it further, and it'll stay with Purchase. Purchase now is their first real chance. Leaves it up the field for Rebecca Quick. Faith Welsh right there. Quick takes a hard fall. Ref blows the whistle. And that ball is going the Knights' direction. And the Panthers have had a few fast break chances. None of them have really turned into anything serious, but the chances are there. The Panthers just really have yet to execute. That one out of play. It'll stick with Mount St. Mary. Welsh to toss it in. Mahali now. Mahali just out of the reach of Fernino. Purchase ball. And entering the game now for Purchase, number 25, Sage Navarra. And we have about a half an hour left in regulation, and Colin, the Knights really just need to keep their foot on the gas. I mean, the offense really hasn't been off to the fast start it was in the first half, but the defense just as good.
Yeah, as long as the Knights can maintain these offensive possessions and drain the clock to prevent Purchase from doing anything offensively, the Knights are in a good standing right now.
Robinson upfield for Green. And really all the Knights have to do now is just play keep away, which is pretty much what they've been doing most of the game. But that one works its way towards midfield. A fight towards midfield, and who comes away with it? This gray tent is in the way, and it will be the Knights. Robinson now. Robinson with Williams, right at her side. Robinson in alone, puts a move on. Can't quite get something going. Ground ball, routine for Cregan. Solid effort to get the shot off, but nothing comes of it. Cregan's pass, slow, but fielded successfully by Purchase, and the Knights quick to swarm.
And with how long the Knights have had the ball offensively, it's shocking that the Knights only have 2 goals here.
Kakavas in alone with the ball. That's the furthest the ball has been in the Knights' end all night. Kakavas just waiting for something to happen. Slow roller upfield, fielded by Welsh, and the Knights are looking to get the offense back in business. Welsh to Sanchez. Sanchez turns on the Jets, and the Knights have numbers here. It's a 4-on-3. Sanchez fires. It's blocked. That one out past midfield. It'll stay in, but there is not a Panther in the area. Number 3, Maria Baldwin hawks it down, leaves it for Kakavas. Kakavas waiting for something to happen. Sets one up for Green. Green for Nacarado. Nacarado for Robinson up the sideline. Picked off by number 25, Sage Navarra. And right to Maria Baldwin. Navarra again to Baldwin. Right to Kaylin Green. Green to Kakavas. And the Knights reset.
And the Knights are doing exactly what we just talked about. Just maintaining these offensive possessions and holding on to the ball for as long as possible.
Panthers' possession there was solid. They kept it, passed it to the right team, hang on to the ball, but they couldn't get it past midfield, and that's where the Knights have really just excelled tonight. I mean, Purchase, again, hasn't really played terrible as Navarro works her way in. Navarro falls, and we have a stoppage, and it'll stay with Purchase. And 17 minutes into the half, this could be the first solid chance for Purchase. It is only a 2-goal game, and, you get one, and you just, they're back in it. So the Knights need to stop the free kick here. Taking the free kick, number 23, Lindita Selmani.
This is looks to be the best chance Purchase has had all night.
Salmini gets the whistle, winds up, fires high. Nothing comes of it. Kakavas retrieves the ball behind the net, and we have some substitutions here for the Knights. Lily Tanko and Grace Mora, the Knights' 2 goal scorers.
Mass substitution here for the Knights.
Knights going with a complete overhaul here. 27:40 to play and counting down. Kakavas waits for her teammates to get on. No hurry. And the Knights are now rolling with the lineup similar to what we saw at the start of the game. Kakavas leaves it short for Green, and Green to set something up. Green to Tanko. Tanko accidentally knocks it out of bounds, and the Panthers will have the ball in the Knights' end. That's a phrase we haven't said all night. Purchase now. Ball thrown in. Looking for Navarro. Left short. Tanko bodies it. Can't quite corral it, and it'll stay with Purchase. We'll try it again. Throwing it in. Number 3, Eliza Colon. Nobody home to corral it. Number 6, Grace Mora now, and the Knights are trying to push in the other direction. Mora's pass picked off, sent back towards the Knights' end of midfield. Green gets a body on it, can't quite come up with it. That one towards the far sideline. Welsh elects to let it go out of play, and it'll be Knights' ball. That one towards the sideline. Nobody corrals it there is number 11, Caitlin Hansen. Hansen works it up the sideline. Hansen to the box and out of play towards the end line. No signal yet from the referee. And this will be corner kick number 9. See if the Knights can make something happen here. One more, and they have to feel good about their chances tonight. Perfect pass to Nakatone up the net. Nakatone can't quite come up with it.
But a nice play by Kaylin Green to keep the possession with the Knights.
Patricia gets enough separation to take a shot, fires it wide. More subs for the Knights. Number 13, Genesis De Leon Portillo, and number 24, Riley Tondini. Tondini started the game. Purchase now. Time is dwindling. 25 minutes counting down. And the second half, aside from the goals, has not looked all that different from the first half. Purchase pushing it upfield, quickly intercepted, and sent back in the Panthers' end. Hansen now. Hansen upfield. Quickly corralled by Purchase and sent the other way, where that's blocked by Hansen again. Hansen again! That one launched high into the night sky. Welsh gets a head on it. Can't contain it. It'll stay with Purchase. And Purchase, Green now. Green avoids the fast break. Green gets tangled up, but comes away with the ball and is pushing it back towards the Panthers' end. Green now across midfield. Green gets tapped, but the Knights corral it. It's Hansen now. Hansen waits. Hansen for Tanko on the far sideline. Tanko works her way in. Tanko for Hansen. Hansen blocked in front. Solid passing from the Knights there, but Purchase does a good job getting a body in front of the ball, and it's knocked out of harm's way.
And that is double-digit corner kicks now for the Knights.
Fast approaching the magic number of 28. The Knights come into this one at 2-5-2, so that's 9 total games. So 10 tonight versus 28 in their 9 previous. The Knights are doing something right tonight. That one booted nowhere near the net, out of play, and it'll stick with Purchase. Cregan to kick it away. Surveying, Cregan fires towards the middle of the field, bodied by Navarra. Green in a foot race. Green up the sideline for Welsh.
And a nice job by the Knights to once again get possession.
Out of play. Knights throw in to Hansen. Mora along the sideline. Mora gets there. That one sent out towards the sideline, bodied by Purchase. Purchase sticks with it. Purchase now into enemy territory, up towards the middle. Nobody feels it. Green into the seats. Souvenir. Solid play by the fan to get that one back into play.
Substitution here for Purchase. It's number 12, Mara Lewis.
21 minutes, 37 seconds and counting down, and Purchase has to be feeling the heat. That one thrown in. Welsh bodies her into a corner, stifling defense. That one kicked out of play, forces a turnover. And that's been a recurring theme the whole night. Anytime Purchase gets anywhere near the net or anywhere near just the other end of the Knights zone, the Knights have quickly been there and force a turnover, knock it out of play, and force the Panthers back to square one. Hansen now. Hansen, can she come up with the ball? She can. It's a 3-on-2. Tanko. 3-on-2. The Knights have numbers. Hansen towards the middle of the box here. Tango works it towards the end line. Stumbles a little bit. Knocks it down. Still with the end line as the teammates catch up with her. Tango intensely guarding a one-on-one. Leaves it towards the middle. Catches someone in front. And knocked out of play. Goal scorer to goal scorer connection there. Tango goes to Mora. Shot doesn't end up at the back of the net. And do I see corner kick number 11?
Yes, this is corner kick number 11 for the Knights.
Fantastic. And again, 28 in the previous 9 matches compared to 11 tonight. And that's just created so many more opportunities for the Knights here tonight. That one towards the middle. Panther gets ahead on it. Number 24 also gets ahead on it, and the Knights will keep control. Maffetone towards the net. Routine knocked down by Cregan. That is the Knights' 7th shot on goal. They came into this half with 5, and Cregan's knocked down every shot she saw. Say that 10 times fast. That one will stay in play. Cregan wraps it up easily. Hansen, solid hit. It'll stay in the Knights' end. And Maffetone set to take corner kick number 12.
The Knights almost halfway to their season total of corner kicks.
That one towards the middle. That one finds its way to number 14, Darla Petricka. Can't get a solid shot on it, sends it over the net, and no harm done.
Not much offense by either sides here in the second half, but this is good for the Knights.
Again, I mean, obviously you don't want to take your foot off the gas here, but the Knights, playing as good a defense as they have, are in a position to get away with not having the offensive attack they provided in the first half. Because Purchase still, in the entire game, does not have a shot on goal. Green now hawks it down. And defense wins championships. And, you know, certainly put the Knights in a position to win this game. Turnover at midfield. Sends it up the field to nobody in particular. Out of play, Knights ball. A little bit of confusion as the ball is set to be thrown in and is thrown in. There's Hansen at midfield. Hansen to Tanko. Petricka now. Petricka turns it over. Green is there. Tanko. Tanko to Hansen. Hansen, it's a foot race. Hansen inside the box now. Hansen to the end line. That shot blocked. Tanko keeps it in play. That one towards the middle again. That one's still loose. It hits the post and rattles in. There it is. The referee put his hands up, unsure if that one was going to get called back. As of right now, the goal stands, and the Knights are up 3-0. Bit of pinball action. I'm not sure Cregan ever saw where it was. Tanko sent it towards the middle, hit someone on the head, maybe caught a Panther in front, hits the post and rattles home, and the Knights are up 3-0.
And finally, like we were talking about before, the Knights have been dominant on offense all game, so it's good to see them get that third goal.
The Knights cash in their third goal on their 8th shot. Took a weird bounce in the Knights' favor, but a goal is a goal, and now the Knights, if they can play defense at all like they have the first hour of this game, they'll be in a perfect spot. Kavas to the middle of the field. Mora gets ahead on it, and the Knights again come with steam. Mafatone to the middle, intercepted, sent out.
Knight's goal is scored by number 6, Grace Mora. He is assisted by number 10, Victoria Mafatone, and number 21, Lily Taiko.
That last Knight's goal, scored by number 6, Grace Mora. That's her second goal of the game and her second goal all season.
And the Knights now, if they weren't in business before, oh boy, they are in business now. That one for the sideline. A solid effort to keep it in play, but the effort falls short. Knights ball. And again, the Knights have gone an hour and 15 minutes without letting up a shot, let alone anything close to a goal. And with a 3-goal cushion now, if you're this Mount St. Mary squad, you got to feel good about your chances. (15-15) and counting down.
The Knights are just going to look to do what they've done all game, and that's just dominate on the offensive side of the ball and maintain possessions for as long as they can.
And still, the Knights closed out the first half with 5 shots on goal. Now they have 3 with about 15 minutes left to play in the second half. So they really haven't had that scoring threat kind of offense they did in the first half. But they've kept the ball on the Panthers' end most of the half. They just knocked in an insurance goal. And if they can play half as good defense as they did for the first half, they're in a perfect spot. Cregan now set to kick it away. And the Knights are out to finish business. And boy, that is just what we have seen the whole night. The Panthers get it close to midfield, only for a Knight there to kick it away. As Tanko now outside of the box. No help, Tanko to the end line. Tanko, solid effort to keep it in. A centering pass to Mora. And we have a stoppage. So nothing comes to pass. But again, the Knights' 2 goal scorers connect for a solid opportunity there. And again, Colin, just this offensive attack has been relentless.
Yeah, Purchase has had little to no offensive capability here in this game.
Tanko out of nowhere, hard hit, no call. Shaken up is Purchase number 18, Maggie Obman. But the Knights, so Purchase sloppy passes. You can see players getting a little bit frustrated. The Knights just really haven't let Purchase get up off the mat. And again, complete control the whole game. And this has to feel good now. Ball tossed in along the sideline, catches a Purchase player. Tanko now keeps it inbounds from Mount St. Mary. Hansen to Tondini. Tondini to Mora. Mora to Petricka. Ooh. Ball finds its way through. Can the Knights get one more? Mafatone to the middle. Cregan wraps it up. Shuts down that centering pass. Cregan came into the game, opened it the second half. 1 goal on 3 shots, but the 1 goal Took a funky bounce. Ball now worked upfield. The Knights again in the Purchase end. Not to beat a dead horse, that one. Cregan sizes it up, makes the play.
And for how long the Knights have had offensive possession, the two goalies tonight for Purchase have done a decent job on the defensive end.
Oh, absolutely. And it's hard because, again, the Knights have spent an insane amount of time on Purchase's end of the field. And, of course, as a goalie, there's only so much you can do. And, again, when your offense is played the way it has, again, just as a goalie, there's not a whole lot you can do. Solid effort from both Purchase netminders to keep their teams in the game, but without much offense, you're not going to be able to do much. As Hansen leaves it behind for Green, and the Knights will set up an offense here. Catches the head of number 6, Grace Mora. Purchase now in business, deep in their own end. And again, pass too far ahead of anyone actually on the team now. Purchase now in business. Could they do something here? Turned over. Green sends it up near the broadcast booth out of play. Purchases ball, and we have a Knights substitution. Number 13, Genesis De Leon Portillo. Some confusion on whose ball it is. Purchase throws it in. Purchase now. Down 3, looking for any signs of life. And Tanko comes, takes their lunch money. And the Knights push it out towards Purchase's end. Welsh pushing it upfield. Welsh past midfield. Welsh for Mora. Mora handles it. Mora fires high. Solid chance for the hat trick there. That shot just high. Did a good shot. Did a good job getting separation from 2 defenders. Solid shot. Undeflected. No nothing. Just high.
The Knights almost with 10 shots on goal this game. Almost double digits in both corner kicks and shots on goal, which is pretty impressive.
And the Knights, 8 shots on goal. The Purchase is 0.
Great defensive performance by the Knights here tonight.
Again, really just an absolute masterclass as Hansen towards the end line, catches a body. Hansen for Tanko. Tanko takes it back outside of the box, but the Knights take control. Pass intended for Green, broken up. And Purchase now might come across midfield with numbers. And they don't. Kakavas backs up with the ball. Ten minutes left. Kakavas pitching a shutout thanks to her talents and a stellar defensive effort from the Knights. Tango jumps with it. Mora now. Mora, it's a one-on-one. Mora's pass ahead, deflected by number 25, Sage Navarra. Tanko now working it all the way back out. Green gets into a tussle. That ball kept in the Knights' possession. Green to throw it in now. Green's pass. No, sorry. Tanko's pass up ahead. Catches a Purchase player. Patrica to De Leon. Portillo. Tanko now tussles, stays on her feet. Back out past midfield for Green. Green past midfield. Green puts the moves on. Green now works it back out. Green for Baldwin. Baldwin for Kakavas. 8 minutes, 40 seconds and counting down, and I think at this point, Colin, the Knights are just playing keep away.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The Knights just want to make sure that Purchase doesn't have any offensive opportunities, which they've done a spectacular job of all night.
Green Hansen up the sideline, and Navarro will just knock it out of bounds. Moore now, the 2-goal scorer in a tussle. That one worked away by number 3, Eliza Colon. Patrica now. Patrica, top of the box, fakes a shot, gets a shot off the crossbar, and no signal yet. It won't go. And you cannot come much closer than that. Darla Patrica, wonderful opportunity. Create separation at the top of the box, fired towards the net, hits the crossbar, and the whole ball did not cross the plane, according to the referee, and it stays 3-0. But again, the Knights back to the drawing board again in their box. Patrica again, high again. And 2 fantastic chances for Darla Patrica in the span of maybe 30 seconds. You can never score enough. The Knights up 3-0, 7.5 minutes. They're in a fantastic spot, but again, one more could not hurt. Welsh sliding, keeps in the Knights' possession. That one out of play, and it'll stick with the Knights. 7 minutes counting down. Maffetone on the sideline. That one off the scoreboard. And that'll be corner kick number 13. More shots off the scoreboard tonight for Purchase than on the net. Corner kick towards the middle. Low line drive. Cregan wraps it up. Cregan boots it towards midfield. Centrone has a hard time playing it off the bounce. And Purchase kicks it into the Great Plains that is the Knights' end. A little trouble on the pass there. That one was going to stay in play on the far sideline. And the Knights keeping it on offense here. 6 minutes counting down. For midfield, it's Welsh. Welsh up ahead, De Leon. Here's Moore again. Cregan can't come up with it. That one loose.
The Knights with another great offensive opportunity.
Cregan comes way out of the net, fields it cleanly, and then loses it for some reason. And then that was number 21, Lily Tanko, chasing after it. Ended up just out of play. 2 more subs for the Knights now. Angelina Holness and number 16, Alina Vasquez. 5 minutes, 21 seconds. The clock is stopped, but barring anything terribly unforeseen, the Knights will walk out of this one winners. That one well out of play, but Maria Baldwin back to Kakavas. And we are having some issues with the clock. And never mind, we're good. That one now. Here's a Purchase chance. Fires, slide tackle from Green. Solid defensive effort, and I think that's the best chance Purchase has had all night.
Definitely the best offensive chance that Purchase has had all night. And a great defensive job by the Mount.
Kaylin Green again, the freshman, returns to sender, and it stays a shutout.
Unbelievable job by the Knights. Still with no shots on goal for Purchase.
Just sweltering defense. That one headed towards the end line. Purchase elects to let it go, and they do. Four and a half minutes now. Cregan to kick it away. Line drive up the middle. Kaylin Green sends it back towards the Purchase end. Welsh. Here's a rocket. That one just wide. Gave Cregan a run for her money. Welsh from the parking lot. That one ends up wide. Nobody touches that one. Sticks with the Knights. But Purchase just stagnant offense. And the Knights, I can't say it enough, the Knights have just been absolutely in business this whole game. Corner kick number 13 to 14 now, Colin.
I believe this is 13.
One more and we hit the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're looking for. That one towards the middle. Purchase gets a head on it. Stays out of the box, but there's Green out of nowhere again. Green walks in. Scores!
What a goal by Caitlin Green.
And the way she's been playing tonight, Colin, you just had the feeling that one was coming at some point.
That was Green's 4th goal of the season. Her first tonight.
Fantastic effort. Corner kick goes to the middle, catches a body. Green waltzes it in, fires. Top left of the net. 4-0 Good Guys.
And with how Green has played tonight here, it's great for her. It's great to see her get her first goal tonight here.
Been playing fantastic on all sides of the ball, and that is just the cherry on top for a dang near flawless game for the Mount St. Mary Knights.
And with that 4th goal for Green on the season, she now leads the Knights in goals.
The freshman from Acton, Massachusetts. The Knights got a good one. Maffatone now. Maffatone gets tangled up. Nothing comes of the threat. And unfortunately, we will not have our 14th corner kick. It's Cregan set to free kick it away. 2:20 counting down. Welsh gets a head on it. Welsh to Mora. Mora and Mahali, a little miscommunication, but Hansen along the sideline. That one is solid effort to keep it in bounds. Good move. Hansen now. Hansen with space. Hansen works towards the middle. Wrapped up by Cregan.
Great save by Cregan.
Tanko came rushing in. Good job by Cregan there to keep her composure and hang on to the ball, which has been an issue for both Purchase goalies tonight. Green sends that one into the scorer's table. Purchase now, 1:24 to go. Have the ball deep in the Knights' end. Hansen now. Hansen, good job to keep it in play. But in fairly uncontested is number 10, Rebecca Quick. Quick just dumps one towards the net.
That might be the closest thing all night that we can consider a shot on goal for Purchase.
Yeah, Cavazos with a save. Hits the deck. Cavazos debating what she wants to do to the ball. Could probably just hang on to it for this last minute. Under a minute to play now. Ladies and gentlemen, the countdown is on.
And as this game wraps up, the Knights bolster their record to 3-5-2, and Purchase falls to 3-7 on the season.
And really just 3-5-2, solid start. But after, a performance like tonight, you've got to feel good going into your next contest.
Yes, the Knights will carry much momentum from this game into their next.
And really just from start to finish, all Knights. Us in the booth have the same amount of shots on goal as Purchase. That's remained constant through the whole game. 10 seconds and counting down. We have a whistle, but the clock will not stop. And 3, 2, 1. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Your Mount St. Mary Knights are winners here tonight. 4-0 final.